100 seconds, SAP. Game order / count, 100,000 tourists flocking into Huagua Mountain at the same time. To find me, the Monkey King who eats until he's full and then sleeps. All of this because I went down the mountain to intercept tourists 2 days ago. And more so, slapped and shattered the windshield of a tourist's car in a fit of anger. Just when the tourists thought were about to be scratched by wild monkeys, only showed a smiling face, snatched a big bag of spicy strips from the back seat. All of this uploaded online, turning me into a viral internet celebrity monkey. Countless people flooded into the deep mountains and forests to find my trail. What they never expected was actually brought along 11 little monkey brothers. Together they blocked the mountain road in the middle, collecting tolls, making the tourists increasingly helpless. Can't just drive over some nuts, run over protected animals, right? Wild big monkeys with clear prices could only helplessly roll down the car windows, pay the tolls, of course. Other tourists also poked their heads out, shouting monkey brother at the monkeys. You let me go, local? And, in the next second, monkey group, as if understanding the other side's words, quickly threw back half a peeled melon seed. Surrounding tourists were stunned instantly. Wow. Meaning of this monkey group. Be that locals get half price? Someone tried to toss a bunch of bananas, shouting great sage at the monkeys. Also local. This time, although the monkey group snatched the bananas, firmly held onto the car door, didn't give way, which made that person ponder. What's the meaning of this? Eating the bananas but not letting go. Seeing this scene, native from northern Sichuan rolled his eyes. Bro, isn't your accent from here? I don't even know. Got caught by the monkeys, right? Local monkeys can tell by the accent. Saying that, driver helplessly took out 2 packs of sandwich biscuits. Only then did the monkey group let them pass. However, because the monkey group blocking the road was too noisy, blocking hundreds of cars at once, attracted forest police to come and check. When the officers arrived, found it was a group of big macaques, blocking the road to collect protection fees, were stunned instantly. We may be police. Can we put gloves on monkeys? We have to take them back for 15 days of detention? Just as the officers were overwhelmed and helpless, Captain Zhao Tiekue suddenly had an idea. Directly called the special police team, told them had discovered a crab-stealing gang, asked them to bring anti-theft shields quickly. Oh. The special police arrived fiercely at the scene, were completely stunned. Isn't there a robbery gang? Where are all the suspects monkeys? They forcibly take the monkeys away? Charge them with male posture crime? Oh. Group of fully armed people on the road, looking at each other. No one dared to make the first move. At this moment, piercing screams suddenly sounded, made Zhao Tiekue instantly draw his baton from his waist. Be that these mischievous monkeys, tired of vegetarian food, about to attack their teammates? Immediately, Captain Zhao led his subordinates direction of the scream. However, when he arrived at the scene, stunned by what he saw. Convertible car's front mud on the ground. To tablet computer. Muscular man, looking full of muscles, desperately trying to jump out of the car, and shouting to get out and retrieve the tablet. The car. Other companions were desperately holding onto his thighs. Brother Ching, stay calm. Those are wild monkeys. Those are wild monkeys. Tablet can be bought again. These vaccine hurts, huh? However, what shocked everyone was brave man who was willing to risk his life with a tablet. After glancing at the tablet screen, shook his head with disdain. Seeing this, I left. Zhao Tieshue curiously picked up the tablet and looked at it. Instantly, police officers at the scene and the surrounding onlookers couldn't help but gasp. It is written in this chat record. Is willing to accept my money. That mean he has feelings for me? Why does he only accept my money? Others' money. This is love, you don't understand. For a moment, watching monkeys is risky. Affection in being a loyal dog, this phrase's heart attack was trending on hot searches, and countless people to share wildly. At this moment, crisp notification sound suddenly sounded in my mind. Congratulations, Host Lin Fan's popularity has surpassed 100,000. Successfully activated the super primate system. Seeing this scene, I was filled with joy. My previous life, I was the weakest little monkey in the zoo, beaten to death by the former Monkey King. Mother was also bitten and broke her hind leg to protect me. Tragically died under the fake mountain. Then has eyes. Can he be reborn as a wild big macaque in this deep mountain? Seems that as long as I gain continuous attention from humans, I can keep evolving and becoming stronger. One day, I will return to the zoo to fight back, avenging my mother's hatred. Oh, unhesitatingly spent 100,000 fans qualities. Changed 11 tokens for the monkey brothers behind me. Opening the Lingji. But I let them go deep into the mountains and forests. Recruit more of my followers. Countered my Huagua Mountain faction. Used the remaining popularity. Evolved myself into the Golden Biling Monkey King. Golden Beadling Monkey King is not only incredibly strong, agile in movement, also possesses the ability to turn. Ordinary macaque iodine turns into steel-reinforced iron bones. Extraordinary battle. His ability. As I completed my magnificent transformation, Monkey Troop also, through the efforts of those 11 spiritual monkeys, rapidly expanded to a scale of hundreds. However, the one-eyed monkey Xiao Si who escaped and returned reported They were recruiting forces on the back mountain. Were attacked by a mutated wild boar. Also lost several capable generals. Wen Yen. Fierce light flashed in my eyes. Immediately, under Shao Xi's leadership, found that murderous wild boar. Wild boar in front of us. Already mutated into a bizarre crimson color. Oh, it not only has a size comparable to a small truck, can also manipulate dirt. Air of invincible armor forms on the body. Such a jungle tank. I saw my body shining with golden light. The body of a war god. Behind me, the Densho family army. Decisively chose to admit defeat. As I wavered, suddenly fell into a mud pit with a thud. Out a pig-like squeal, Grandpa Monkey King. Kill me, don't kill me. Actually quite tough. You eat me, you'll break your golden teeth. Didn't show any mercy at all. Quickly grabbing a bowl mouth. Mashing it with a thick dried tree trunk. Didn't expect this fat pig to roll like a wild donkey. Surprisingly dodged my fatal blow. Almost used fangs to flip over my little monkey brother. Seeing this situation, decide to show my true strength. Only exerting force with both legs and leaping high. Mount Tai pressing down. Punch shattered the dirt armor on his back. Strike caused a change. Wild boar felt a deep-seated fear in its soul. The next second, then shamelessly collapsed on the ground, frantically kowtowing. Still whining and saying he would be my top mount. To the back mountain to dig out the sweetest sweet potatoes for me. Seeing this situation, brain. Excellent plan suddenly flashed through my mind. Allow this stupid pig. Perform a shocking surprise for me. The next morning, the tourists were riding the sightseeing bus. Along the mountain road searching for the monkey troop. Were intercepted by the wild red armored pig I had temporarily adopted. Suddenly rushing out from the bushes. Seeing this, bus driver decisively turned the steering wheel sharply. Immediately prepared to accelerate and escape. However, the wild boar I trained overnight. Not someone to mess with. Saw it lower its head and suddenly ram. Loud bang, it smashed into the front right of the car. Causing the huge bus to instantly lose balance. It charged fiercely again. Sweeping across. Metal outside the vehicle was dented like paper. External collision barrier. Also forcibly torn apart by his thick fangs. An instant. The tourists in the car were so frightened that they lost their souls. Frantically dialed emergency calls. Thinking that a miracle would happen to save them. Nearest rescue team. Take at least 40 minutes to arrive. You're waiting for 40 minutes. Strange pig is probably already bones. And the scraps have been chewed into pieces by them. Oh. The carriage, an atmosphere of despair and misery. 35 seconds, SEP. Order/count, the popularity of a certain internet celebrity's live broadcast room inside the car. And to soar wildly. Countless netizens were heartbroken in front of the screen. Seeing that the tourists could survive this deadly calamity. Like that, the live broadcast room's popularity reached less than 5 minutes. Broke through the terrifying 20 million. Seeing this situation, stood high on the treetop. Out a long howl towards the monkey army behind me. Dozens of agile war monkeys. Divine soldiers descending from the sky. Appeared in the live broadcast camera. Or big macaques. From all directions with vines. Through the intense gaze of 20 million netizens, monkey troop launched a fierce charge towards the red-armored wild boar. Throwing stones or poking with branches. Free attack. A white scar on the wild boars. Their armor of later generations. Wild boar, under siege, was also furious and leaped wildly. He only had a huge body and terrifying destructive power. Agility was completely played out by the monkey troop. He was reddening his eyes, wanting to use his fangs to fly away. The battle monkey pounced to bite him. Battle monkey always managed to leverage the force to do a backflip, landing steadily. A few clumsy wild boars used too much force, quickly crashing into a nearby rock, making themselves dizzy on the spot. This funny scene instantly made the netizens in the live broadcast room feel their blood boil. Frantically sent gifts, cheering for the monkey army. They had no idea. All this was a script Lin Fan directed and performed. The wild boars and monkey troop. Seemingly fierce roar of destruction. Translating it is a completely different story. Others, Piggy Me is ready. A bit to the left. There, old Zhu might pretend to be dead, which could be a bit realistic. Careful with your strikes and keep your sense of proportion. Rest assured, brother Zhu will never hit the face. Time is passing second by second. That armor on the wild boar is also falling off in pieces. Spattered and scarred. In fact, not even skin injuries. As a well-mannered actor, wild boar thinks the weather is about right. Seems to have used his last bit of strength. Hitting a mournful cry. The huge body suddenly collapses. Hang on its back, foaming at the mouth. Commanding the overall situation from above. So secretly nodding. After all, if the performance is too fake, this clever human group sees through it. Grand plan to gain popularity will be ruined. Now, fierce wild boar has been defeated by our united efforts. Monkey troop naturally becomes a hero saving mankind. Can logically continue to harvest popularity, achieve a higher level of evolution. By secretly tested. After the monkey troop subdued the wild boar, not only failed to seize the supplies on the bus. Instead, it's quite neat. Behind facing the car window, feeling a standard smile with 8 teeth. Monkey army I led in an instant. Aimed the guardian deity worshipped across the internet. Guests on the bus still shaken and terrified. Just trembling from the very beginning. Gradually turned into a face full of enthusiasm. Daring girls even directly rolled down the car window. To reach out and touch the monkey's head. Touching it is fine. Seeing a white strip is absolutely impossible. The generals discovered. Girls weren't holding packaged dried fruits. Immediately rolled their eyes in disdain. Turned around to leave without hesitation. Quickly illustrating the word reality to the extreme. It's precisely this kind of proud attitude that makes their moves so charming. Instead, it made the netizens even more excited. Don't bite or hurt people. He even saved everyone's lives. Mighty ruler of the mountain forest. Leaving a cartload of county supplies untouched. To get a bite to eat. Understands this without confusion. Just give them food and you can pet their throats. This is simply the most cost-effective deal in the world. The whole internet fell into a wave of joy. Amid the frenzy of monkey petting. Popularity value of the live stream room already accumulated to a terrifying number. The overly human-like behavior of the monkey group also alerted the Human Special Defense Bureau. Then 3 talking animal training parrots. Investigate the background of me, the Monkey King. However, they seriously underestimated my intelligence. Had already, through my keen sense of smell. And I discovered these 3 birds with a strong human scent on them. Ooh, soap smell. 3, but I didn't crush them on the spot. Instead, I even arranged a special event for them. I've an unconventional high-level secret meeting. And all of this was because I planned to use these 3 birds' beaks to deliver a false terrifying message to humans. So the next day, at dawn, I put on a worried expression. 7 led a few trusted generals all to hold a complaint session on the branches. 13 during this process, deliberately told my subordinates loudly, are stealing snacks from tourists. Actually, it's to stockpile team supplies. In case of a catastrophic disaster deep in the mountains in the future. It would affect innocent humans. This sentence, not surprisingly, owner behind the parrot was caused. Special Operations Bureau animal training is Shinyu's focus. Only saw him, disguised as a hiker carrying a large bag, walking cautiously, and hidden in the grass beneath the mountain trail, listening in on our conversation through a listening device. See the fish on the hook. No. Time to test my Oscar-level acting skills. Deliberately lowered my voice and said to you fools. Know what monster is awakening deep in the mountains? What monster? One-eyed monkey shall see beside us. Very cooperative, showing a terrified expression. Continued to warn in a mournful tone. You should remember. Wild dog pack on the back mountain that was originally just grass. King wouldn't say the crisis comes from that pack of stray dogs, right? Isn't that the military we used to bully casually? The trash at this moment? Or it's the parrot eavesdropping on the branch. Shinyu lurking in the grass. All think my words are simply nonsense. I must plant the seed of fear straight into their hearts. After all, by creating an invincible and powerful illusion, we force the human high command to set aside their arrogance, actively form an alliance with me. Let me obtain a continuous supply of resources for rapid development. I suddenly slapped the tree trunk. Shouted angrily, short-sighted. Entire back mountain. It is occupied by over 10,000 mutated bloodthirsty rabbit dogs. A rabid king is born among them. Command of tens of thousands of blood-filled mouths with long fangs. Edging down the mountain. Unprepared human cities below. Will it become? Fierce woman of the mortal world. Does this have to do with humans? Monkeys and stray dogs don't interfere with each other. Enmity, then you know those dogs. Did they end up wandering into the mountains? According to my deceased mother. All because humans got tired of them. Ruthlessly abandoned them in the wilderness. Deeply engraved hatred. Once they mutate. Could they swallow this breath of anger? You, wearing headphones, instantly felt a chill all over her body. Falling into an icy abyss. Following my train of thought, a sudden sound made me feel. This is a doomsday crisis that could erupt at any moment. Of thousands of stray dogs mutated with resentment. And if they are all the lowest level awakened beings, once they form and surge into the city due to moisture, it will be an irreversible catastrophe. King of your majesty. You hurriedly retreated from the safe camp, crawling away. Out the highest level encrypted communicator. Without hesitation, pressed the blood red emergency contact button. Must report immediately. Top secret intelligence concerning lives of millions. Established communication. Highest commander's authoritative voice came from the channel. What's going on with the sound? Little flash. Could it be that the internet famous monkey has already become an extraordinary level expert? Not the chief. Monkey troop is not a threat at all. Real disaster is the wild dog pack in the back mountain. Little flash. I've been hallucinating after staying in the mountains for so long? What kind of storm can a pack of wild dogs stir up? You must listen to my explanation. These are far more terrifying than we imagined. Shinyu's detailed report with a crying tone. Commander was greatly shocked. Immediately convened the highest level national emergency defense meeting. After a long hour intense debate and analysis, expert group unanimously agreed. Intelligence is highly credible. After all, in their ingrained perception, bunch of wild monkeys that only know eating and drinking. Could they have such deep scheming, fabricating lies? The military high command decided. Relocate the surrounding provinces. Cocks that had no place to stay in the city zoo. Transported to Amei Mountain's deep forest. Free of charge. Porting my good friend of humanity who cares about the world. Me have enough troops. Fight that group of mutated rabies. Be responsible for taking care of the new monkeys. Important task of pre-job training. Entrusted to the smartest little fourth grader. Start by learning how to identify luxury car logos. And how to judge the temporary status based on tourists' attire. Wealth level. And 108 kinds of adorable tricks for seeking favor. Establishing friendships. 5. These unheard of modern commercialization tactics. 6. Instantly make the newly arrived monkeys from the zoo. 7. Fall into a daze. What does this VIP express lane mean? 9. Upon hearing this, shall see, with a frustrated look, taps the blackboard with a stick. 11. Explains that generally during our charging times. 12. When encountering those young ladies driving sports cars. 13. Wanting to get off the car to touch the monkey's fur and take photos. Long as the other party provides top imported nuts. We'll offer VIP level personal escort service. For why we need to treat differently. It's to prevent other brothers from giving a piece. Great steak is just a show. Only want half a. Moldy sweet potato. Casually let people engage in vicious competition. This makes the zoo. Monkeys that come out. Feel that they are the real countryside. Folks clearly have seen the world. City monkeys listening to pop music. This doesn't stop Shao Si from continuing to use a highly provocative tone. Teach the core mantra. Cars are temporarily enough. Taking the front of the car absolutely melts the hearts of single girls. Furry tears can't be broken. Taking photos and making heart gestures cost extra. Bother if there's no food. Hearing this, a new chubby little monkey suddenly raises a hand to ask if tourists throw us those 10 yuan. 3 sticks of starch sausage. Do you count that? Shao Si gets furious and jumps up. Quickly kicks Jia Chao. 55 seconds, separated by order/count. All that inside is just flour. It's Jia Chao. Whoever answers, they just roll out of Huagua Mountain. Meanwhile, after I have arranged the territory affairs, transform alone into a streak of golden light. Sing through the steep cliffs. Goal. A set of exquisite carvings perched at the summit. After all, lies must withstand scrutiny. Have to let the eyes and ears of the Special Operations Bureau see. Counter the rabies crisis. I'm already overwhelmed and risking danger to rally. Tragic scene of former enemies. Now the most tricky problem is how. Use what method? Perfectly broadcast this lone hero performance. After a brief consideration, decide to play a big move. Stand on solitary peak at an altitude of 3,000 meters. Facing the biting cold wind, I suddenly pound my chest. Out a wild laugh that shakes the clouds. It is like a human drone hidden in the dark, exposing my precise coordinates. It's also the elite carving clan aiming for the sky, doing the most arrogant challenge. As all raptors, an inviolable absolute airspace, carving on the mountain peak, have already undergone a terrifying mutation. Missing my provocation will definitely lead to a Ching attack. My body apart. However, to my surprise, first to be attracted by the sound wave, is out to be the most advanced high-altitude reconnaissance aircraft of the military. I immediately bend my legs. A cannonball soaring into the sky. Flying kick in midair. Precisely brushing past the drone's lens. To peek at this king's territory. Hey, I must make you humans understand. Close and personal. This king subdued the sky overlord. While, on the monitor, Special Forces team member Wang Dachuan. Eyes are almost popping out. Simply can't believe the data on the radar. This is at an altitude of 500 meters above ground. This monkey's leg equipped with a rocket booster? Pumped right up. 55 seconds, SEP. In order/count, he immediately forcefully pushed the joystick, hiding to risk crashing. Still wanting to capture this historic moment. With the drone's camera rapidly zooming in. Shocked to discover. Internet-famous monkey. Muscles suddenly swelled by a whole circle, hitting a faint metallic sheen. An instant, Wang Dachuan trembled with excitement. Immediately pressed the global record button. Just then, voice nominating a heroic martyr suddenly exploded from the depths of the clouds. Dares to offend my golden eagle throne, you demon monkey. This king will devour you alive. Saw a head with a lamp in it. Over 8-meter dark gold giant eagle. Plunging down like a meteor. His domineering entrance line, finished being recited, struck him with a stick from above. Flipped 3 somersaults in the air. Others flying like snowflakes all over the sky. Getting into a bald chicken. This scene. Their transmission returned to the command center of the Special Operations Bureau, faced with the massive mutated sculpture. Human High Command, who had originally been cheering and excited, fell into a death-like silence, as they discovered through reference objects that caused alarm. Originally large sculpture. Front of the Monkey King. Out to be like a malnourished quail. It's like, think you've built an invincible aircraft carrier. When you set out and look around, the monkey on the other side. 15 seconds, SEP. Aim order/count, directly barehanded. Lifting an aircraft carrier as if it were a toy boat. An utterly hopeless gap in strength. Not for the towering ancient trees on the mountaintop as a comparison. I'd even think there's a problem with the camera focus. However, just as all the high-level humans are exuding Western, something even more mind-boggling happens. You see, Golden Eagle King is knocked dizzy by my strike. Does not fight desperately back. Instead, it flutters and crawls with broken wings. Kneeling before me. Sharp scream, said Big Brother. Say it nicely. Slap my face. Our old mother birds on the ground and hungry fledglings crying for food. You beat me to the point of being disabled, how will they survive? Actually have long been displeased with that pack of wild dogs. Willing to go through fire and water for you, regardless of the cost. After hearing this cowardly plea for mercy, forcibly suppress my benefits. Intentionally put on a stern face. Tend to be a profound and inscrutable expert. Boldly said to Brother Diao. I'm here to ask you to supply the merchant. Great taboo of saving the common people. After all, you don't want your airspace either. Looted by those rabid dogs emitting a foul odor. I lose, you bunch of cowards. Inside. Probably all will be taken by wild dogs to be breakfast. For hearing my threats and inducements. Golden Eagle immediately straightened his chest, shouting loudly with a hoarse voice, "Heaven is above. Hey, Jean Dayu. Hey, I am willing to become sworn brothers with the Monkey King, seeking to be born on the same year, same month, and same day. 5 seconds, sap. Same order/count, but only seek the same year, same month, same day." Hurriedly covered this flat feather. Bai of the Beastly is rather impatiently interrupted. "Stop messing with me with these empty talk. I'm here to take over the Air Force. Here to form a sworn brotherhood with you in the Peach Garden." Classical Carved King was stunned for a second. Very smoothly changed his tone and said sorry. "Now I lost my train of thought. Start over. Long live the king." Old Dio has drifted half his life for Feng Ming to attack if not abandoned. Really can't listen anymore. Shouted angrily, "You damn bird. Did you learn these words? All humans like this kind of tone? Used to find a small glowing cube on the cliff. Those costume dramas are performed like this. I say the wrong line? Grief. Still a net-addicted old Diao obsessed with dramas. I've completely given up classical Chinese. To communicate normally with him. Simply showing a fist the size of a sandbag. Him obediently be led to sell himself. He casually drew a picture for him. Every day there are fresh live fish to eat, rice. Unexpectedly, King Jingdiao heard about the all-inclusive food and accommodation. Eyes instantly burst out with a hungry wolf-like green light. Pounced directly, wanting to hug my thigh. Using me as a piece of clothing. Seeing this scene, I was so scared I kicked him away. Dare not casually touch this apple. Like that, I unknowingly. Control of the entire mountain's airspace. The Special Operations Bureau also secretly uploaded the previously shot top-secret video. After editing, was quietly posted online. Suddenly, caused a huge sensation on the international forum. In countless foreign netizens exclaim, "East has produced a true Monkey King." However, just 3 hours later, trending searches about the Monkey King defeating Jingdiao suddenly disappeared under a mysterious force. If those breathtaking scenes ever existed, earliest foreigners who were about to buy tickets fly to the east to see the monkey. All confused. While, inside China's highest military command center, were meticulously planning a shocking plan. The Monkey King is so powerful and knowledgeable in military strategy. Must be the most perfect ally against the mutated. In tide or trend, context needed. They immediately ordered for 100 heavy military trucks. Transport across the country. Fully selected strong macaques. To Europe and America. Of course, among these military trucks was a specially armored vehicle with bulletproof modifications. Side. You, with a fully armed Special Forces elite, dived in front of the armored vehicle. A deep breath. Respectfully opened the heavy steel door. Looted and welcomed the National Guardian beast out of seclusion. Noisy that even old Yuan couldn't sleep peacefully. Inside the armored vehicle, voice emerged. But awe-inspiring deep voice. Followed by a body covered in white fur. 50 seconds, sap. In order/count, a giant silverback gorilla with a body like a small mountain. Out heavily. This gorilla. One of the deepest hidden cards of the Chinese military. Elder ancestor Bai Yuan, who has already stepped into the transcendent realm, is on this trip carrying the highest mission assigned by the military. Is to represent humanity. Conduct substantive equal negotiations with the Monkey King. Establish a strategic alliance. For this extremely dangerous contact, Commander had repeatedly warned Elder Bai Yuan to underestimate the enemy. Elder Bai Yuan. He disdainfully picked his nose. After all, since the world's spiritual energy revival and great changes, the wild animal has dared to not give face to this national divine beast. For those who are blind and dare provoke at the grave. Grass has already grown taller than the trees. Oh, Elder Bai Yuan, with an arrogant attitude, stepped into the forbidden zone I designated. Hammered his fists fiercely on his chest, letting out a deafening roar that shook the mountains. White Ape Taishan have been ordered to pay respects. Monkey King quickly offer a sword. However, something he could never dream of. That my current strength? Already undergone a earth-shattering transformation. Shouting below. Bear this king's peaceful dream. That you, white-haired star? Saw myself leap directly from 1,000-meter-high cliff. A shooting star falling to the ground. Pushing heavily onto the boulder in front of Elder Bai Yuan. Terrifying micro-pressure of the legendary realm. Fully released without reservation. 10,000 mountains. Sitting down on the tip of White Ape Taishan. Making this arrogant giant tremble in his legs. And breathing became extremely difficult. However, Ape Taishan still has some backbone. This life and death moment has not forgotten his mission. Seeing that my monkey's strength is terrifying. His temper is also fiery. Knowing that coming today to respond is absolutely not going to work. Immediately decided to change strategy. It's the tried and true sweet-talking offensive. This will never be slaves. Thus they are provided with food and accommodation. Back in the day, he also relied on this trick. Barely willing to humble myself to work for humans. Brother Ho, listen to me. I'm here on behalf of the human high-ups to send warmth. Humans are actually very grateful. Long as you're willing to help. Use helicopters every day. And countless delicious fruits are dropped for you. No need for you to pick them from the tree yourself. Isn't it delightful to have meals served on demand? This is a special welcome gift prepared by humans for you. 5. The top quality imported cherries. X. You can taste them first. 7. At this moment, Baiyun Taishan is still secretly proud. Firmly believing that I, who have been living in the deep mountains and forests, 9. A rustic person who sleeps outdoors, and surely has never tasted such good things. 7. To taste the carefully cultivated sweet fruits by humans. 12. Will definitely make him. 13. Willingly become a human worker. However, the next second I chuckled. Replied with a face full of disdain, take it away, take it away. Thing is so sour it makes my teeth hurt, I'm already tired of eating it. No, you don't believe it. As long as you open your eyes wide and look carefully, wait. Did you say you're tired of eating it? Ape Tarzan still thought I was going to turn hostile and refuse to recognize people. After all, wild animals are highly alert. Won't easily accept foreign food. Even has a script for subsequent persuasion. Burst several times in my mind. Just what I pulled out. Brain just crashed. Right, I just ate a box yesterday. Don't you try some durian pizza? Black truffle chocolate. You don't like sweet food. But also self-heating hot pot and spicy crayfish here. Watching me like performing magic. From within. Free hollow behind. Pulled out a mountain of top human delicacies. By Yuan completely petrified. What's going on? They say this wild monkey group was isolated from the world. Only needed supplies for aid. To the leftover foods casually thrown away. Lavish than the special supplies he eats during festivals. Times more sumptuous. Few boxes of beautifully packaged bird's nest. Even unwrapped plastic film. Call this set of horses. Hard life of wild monkey groups. My show-off of wealth and luxury. Truly makes Elder by Yuan feel ecstatic. Is definitely great news. Monkey King actually managed to get so much. Only in human society do scarce resources exist. Fully proves that long since and humans outside have a close black market network. Does this indicate? Shows that these are insiders who can be bought off. Monkey King, brother, you revealed your secret early. See, are all brothers stirring the same pot. In this, I secretly took a deep breath. Getting horses with you makes us brothers. Cut me. Hey, I won't let you hide your secrets completely. I changed to a heartbreaking expression. Started talking nonsense. Was originally the most noble marquis prince of this famous mountain. Was cruelly betrayed by a few cunning bald old men Yuan. In them to usurp the throne. Ruthlessly expelled me from Flower and Fruit Mountain. Fortunately, I met a kind-hearted fellow traveler. Me half a compressed biscuit. Awakened my bloodline and returned to the peak. Opened my mouth. Wrote a classic revenge model from a certain online novel. With the intelligence level of White Ape Tarzan. Obviously can't tell the flaws in it. Think my tragic story. Sounds dramatic and ups and downs. Awesome. I seized the opportunity to continue brainwashing madly. Sing with those old antiques. Can only eat 2 full meals a day. Follow me and do. Guarantee you can have 5 dinners a night. Order takeout. I led my brothers who are willing to follow me. Carve out a new path on this mountain road. Up your hands if you understand. White Ape of Mount Tai has already been fooled by my pyramid scheme birch tree. So much that he's completely lost. Truly acting like an idiot. Handing aside, desperately clapping his hands. King bro is absolutely right. Through defending the world. Eating, drinking, and enjoying life as a monkey is the real way. Bring my brothers to follow you now. Wait a second. Something's wrong, I came here today to recruit you. How did it turn into me defecting? A moment, this military ace fell into deep self-doubt. I seized the moment to launch the final blow. Completely shattered his psychological defenses. Told him that the reason for my rapid progress is all because I occupy Mount Ameho Mountain. Mysterious feng shui treasure land where spiritual energy gushes forth. Just now I said. Was as convincing as a Hollywood blockbuster. Chinese military. Really heard it on the listening channel. Made an immediate decision. Decided. Send all the monkeys from across the country over. Me a little brother. Me legitimately become the only king of China. Our key of kings even whimsically plan. My territory. Create a safe supernatural protection. Want to attract wealthy tourists from around the world. Customers come in and spend a lot. They absolutely didn't expect was. Construction boss originally responsible for development. On hearing. Indigenous people are a group of highly combative mutated giant monkeys. To flight overnight. And abroad with the whole family to seek refuge. After all, if an ordinary forced demolition encounters stubborn households. Worst, pay a bit more money. If this project proceeds forcibly. Angers the Monkey King. Single strike will come down. And the people and the excavators have to turn into a pile of flesh. Meanwhile, the high-ranking officials of China are facing a stagnant plan. Worried brows furrowed. Suddenly. Received a call from the front line. Observer's excited and trembling voice on the phone. Quickly look at the big screen. 12 segments, separated by name order/count, tourism resort area. Seems like we don't need to send someone to meet anymore. A scene in the high-definition images transmitted by the drone. I'm standing on a huge rock. Seeing hundreds of elite warriors sitting below the gray. War mobilization. To no longer fight to the death over an apple. To drink chilled cola every day. Guilty to my faith. Took all those human machines. Used them as toys. Can build a Western-style house, and so can you. I speak my seductive words, they fall. Monkey troop below the stage instantly becomes as energized as if they had been injected with chicken blood. Start to boil with excitement. Raise their sticks and shout in unison, believing in the Monkey King. They go to stay in the villa. These intelligences. The relentless and crazy labor of the mutated monkey groups day and night took less than 3 days. In ancient tombs and vines in the mountains, to magnificent city of tree canopies. After completing this architectural miracle, then used the communication system of Baiyun Taishan, made 2 requests to the higher-ups of humanity. First is, have the human officials operate with me online to send the voice I recorded, to explain those newly appeared monkeys, interpret my long-lost distant family ties. Second is, broke the screen of the tablet I seized, asking them to quickly use a drone, airdrop a top-of-the-line brand new tablet for me. It's a solar charging panel. Starting the first request to appease the star. Senior executives naturally agreed without hesitation. This is the second requirement filled with a sense of modern technology, causing them to fall into deep confusion collectively. Grand Demon King of the actually has an internet addiction. It's like the internet firewall needs to be upgraded in the future. Case Monkey King accidentally gets into trouble online. Terrifying movie about humans eating monkey brains. Poking his fierce temper, he descended the mountain to slaughter the city. Consequences are simply unimaginable. So it was. Through the mutual suspicion of both sides, Back Mountain of Amay. Monkey King's adventure tour officially goes on sale. As the stubborn tourists flock in. Detailed safety disclaimer. Body searches are naturally essential. Visitors simply cannot understand is. Security personnel actually confiscated all the bananas in their bags. Peaches. Seriously declared. These low-level fruits are absolutely forbidden to feed. Guarding this, high-level masterminds behind the scenes provided an explanation. Maintain peace between humans and monkeys. Firmly do not allow anyone to carry cheap, inferior food, insulting the Monkey King's taste. As for why bananas are listed as prohibited items. Because Monkey King thinks eating bananas doesn't look elegant enough. You dare to throw, will definitely slap the banana peel on your face. Using high-tech instruments. Scan the high-end nuts they carry. Sure they meet the aesthetic standards of the monkey tribe. After the currency is protected, sightseeing bus slowly drives back into the deep mountains. We encountered the beloved monkey troop. Classic scene of blocking the road to ask for snacks. The observing tourists quickly realized. Monkeys coming out to serve guests. Not the familiar internet-famous monkeys from online videos. Response, the official customer service of the live broadcast quickly up with a pre-prepared excuse, saying it was to protect the mental and physical health of the internet-famous monkeys. Officials have already granted them paid annual leave. A new batch of young and strong temporary workers has replaced them, being up to handle the matter. Perfunctory explanation script. Millions of fans in front of the screen. All of them became angry. Directly bombarded the official account of the Tourism Bureau, getting tens of thousands of bad reviews. For a moment, the reviewers' keyboards smoking from the intensity. Couldn't keep up. The face of the overwhelming online abuse from netizens hid behind a tree trunk and sneered triumphantly. Seems human rebellious psychology has been completely manipulated by me. Time to trigger the explosion. Next phase of the entire network plan. 55 seconds, separated by aim order/count. So, aimed at Jinrui hidden deep in the dense forest. Jinwei army snapped their fingers. Immediately, a fully armed Key tribe Jingwei army dressed in vine armor appeared fiercely on the Panshan Highway, reaching the suddenly descending thousands of strong. Evil roar. Citizens in the live broadcast room instantly reached a climax. Didn't they say they were taking a new vacation? Are they fully armed and coming back to fight? This be the legendary Monkey King's wrath? Costumes worth millions. At this moment, authorities also instantly switched the drone camera high-definition mode. This also revealed a fatal blind spot for some professional wildlife biologists. What's going on? Mount Amay only home to macaques. Are there non-African gorillas? Lions and golden snub-nosed monkeys mixed in the team. Only request tactical support from above. Fight. This must be an invasion of extraterrestrial creatures. These gorillas very arrogantly flipped off the camera. And see that coming. I'm actually your military high-ups. Personally sent over in a military vehicle. Son-in-law by marriage. Arm is useless either. Now on, this is our Huagua Mountain's sacred territory. Guided by monkey troop gathering in the scene. Increasing in number. Extremely shocking heart attack. Instantly. Led back. Covered the old nest was turned into a tourist attraction by humans. Furious roar. 100,000 monkey army blocked the national highway. Up to ask for Häagen-Dazs. Netizens discussed the mutated monkey group. Heat completely spiraled out of control. System. Popularity on the panel skyrocketed like a rocket. Easy surge. Seeing this, I decided to strike while the iron was hot and release another trump card. To break through the barriers today. During the legendary realm of myth. After a moment, a wide-angle shot from the drone camera. Suddenly a gigantic shadow covering the sky appeared. Black shadow then crazily zoomed in with the camera. Tourists in the bus couldn't help. Into heart-wrenching screams of terror. Screaming. Am I blind? Did I see? Monkey King. When the Sky Overlord Golden Eagle was recruited as a subordinate. 15 segments, separated by aim order/count, pretend to ride a horse. Please see in the scene. More than a dozen juvenile monkeys. Excitedly riding on the back of a giant golden eagle. Whirl back and forth through the sea of clouds. Leading this thrilling aerial race. This scene so deeply stimulated the Golden Eagle King, who was eating a chicken leg beside. Golden Eagle King immediately threw down the bone, cutting with an extremely arrogant outward-turned leg gait towards the frontmost bus. Scared the female tourists by the window. Peed my pants. Patillon, how is this eagle bigger than a jeep? You grow up eating nuclear waste? It's all over. Heard that raptors love to stare into people's eyes. It be. Mistook us for sardines in a can. Looking at the terrifying Golden Eagle King nearly 3 meters tall. Passengers in the car are so scared they dare not breathe. Step, 2 steps. Sharp claws of the Golden Eagle King, getting closer and closer to the bulletproof glass. And a move that everyone was stunned by. Jaw-dropping move. Actually just tilted sideways. Flipped onto the hood of the car. Without a highly exaggerated, awkward sound. The humans who originally thought they were doomed, seeing this, immediately felt as if their CPUs were burned out. Seriously suspect. The legendary martial arts hero Li Yanghua didn't ride a divine eagle back then. Was this spoiled, clingy fat girl? As they think. Can subdue it themselves with just a cat-teasing stick. Oh. Quirky wealthy tourist immediately bought 1,000 gold on the spot. Directly through the car window gap. Out a limited edition black tower. And some daring internet celebrities. Down from their cars regardless of life and death. Take selfies with the Golden Eagle King face to face. It's just the unconventional poses they strike while taking photos. Leave the Golden Eagle King feeling very puzzled. What's going on? Take photos with those monkeys that reek of monkey smell. Act properly and respectfully with the Earth Spirit stones. When it comes to me, they start twisting their waists and pouting their lips. They shove that glowing little box almost right up my nostrils. Stay. Vinebird taking a group photo has become the absolute top trending search. Countless internet celebrities want to go viral overnight. Rushing into the deep mountains to buy scalp tickets. To experience the heroic and passionate life of Yanghua? To feel the iron-willed tenderness of the sky's overlord? Bankrupt yourself. Sell blood or kidneys. The 10 gene of premium snowflake beef. Group photo helps you gain 1 million followers. Reach the pinnacle of life. However, the entire internet is caught up in this crazy celebration. Countless people rushing to Sichuan overnight in supercars. Official high-altitude broadcast has been steady. Drone footage suddenly turns into a snowstorm. Suddenly dark clouds gather in the sky. Group with glowing red eyes. Huge mutated bloodthirsty bat. Moving down towards the convoy below. Just as tourists were feeding the monkeys. Expensive food from Jingdiao. All was robbed clean. Really made Jingdiao Wang, who values wealth above all, completely furious. After all, he sold his looks for this earned pension money. The Golden Eagle King roared angrily and leapt into the air. Straight towards the largest one. Devilish Bat King. However, the opponent only cunningly flapped its wings. Directly gained altitude. Flying out of the Golden Eagle King's absolute attack range. Leaving behind because of its large size at the original spot. Patient Golden Eagle King was flying too slowly and was furious. Watching it fly higher and higher. Provoked Bat King let out a sharp laugh. Golden Eagle King could only sadly fly back to the tree station. And over to me. To my thigh. Me tearfully to make the decision. On hearing this, a flash of golden light appeared in my eyes. Fully agreed. Yes. Golden Eagle King looked up worriedly and indicated the Great King. Group of 3 or 4 on us are flying monsters. The machine spirits. Oh, our monkey tribe has incredible jumping ability. After all, we don't have wings. Afraid we can't handle them. However, the next second, he was horrified and widened his eyes. Realized I was actually not using any vines. Was slowly ascending into the air with both feet suspended. Quickly reaching the legendary divine level. He then can one walk on air. Things properly for this king. Lin Fan will never mistreat my brothers. Till one day you break the bloodline and bone restrictions. Step into the extraordinary realm. And also ignore the middle. Can fly, so can you. Understand the applause. Master Engraver Wan was completely convinced by my divine skills. Frantically flapping his wings and applauding. Feeling that I really hit the jackpot this time. Eyes can't get any thicker. Like a hero and a hero turned into 2 streams of light. Straight to the abandoned mine's bat base. Prepare to kill them all without leaving a single one behind. Meanwhile, inside the dark and damp mine, Bat King is hanging upside down on the stalactite, showing off to his subordinates. Sting about his malicious plan is taking advantage of the dark and windy night. Lure me and the Golden Eagle King. Bottomless ghostly sorrow. The edge of a cliff. Using ultrasonic waves to stun us. Causing us to fall into a pile of flesh. However, he is so stupid that he doesn't realize. At this moment, the me and the Golden Eagle King already activated our secret aura. We're closely pressed against the stone wall at the cave entrance. Listen carefully to what they said. However, the Golden Eagle King is a hot-tempered guy who gets angry easily. Couldn't stand this kind of frustration. Immediately roared and charged in. Wildly spitting wind blades. Cursing loudly. Shameless old rat. Trying to scheme against your grandpa Dio. Really tired of living. Bat King is also a ruthless and vicious character. Seeing the situation was not good. Directly grabbed a few of his trusted subordinates. Using them as meat shields. Blocked the deadly blades. He took the opportunity to transform into a shadow. Snuck to the top of the cave. Bat King arrogantly declared. Long as the Green Mountains remain. Nothing to fear about, no caves to hide in. What are these little brothers worth? Then, Bat King emitted a piercing high-frequency scream. Ordered tens of thousands of bats to ride on. Launching a suicidal sonic attack. To force me and the Golden Eagle King into a formation. And push us down from the air. Seeing this, Bat King looked at our trembling figures. Excitedly screamed, "Haha, have one. Have one. This will eventually dominate the entire mountain." However, Bat King's wild laughter only lasted for a brief 1 second. I saw my body instantly pushed out a circle of dazzling pure gold. Chi shield, carrying the Golden Eagle King through the sonic storm. Appearing in front of him as if by magic, I flashed a golden light in my hand, transforming into a dazzling long staff. Directly pierced through the Bat King's heart with a strike. For my crushing and terrifying power, arrogant Bat Clan was completely subdued. I looked at the remaining tens of thousands of tumbling giant bats. An idea suddenly popped into my mind. Old and crazy plan. Maybe I can use this group of nocturnal monsters, stir up another wave of online buzz. Me harvest a massive number of people at once. Final culmination of aura impact. The tourists coming to see the sights the next day. A scene that made them doubt their lives. The sky. Suddenly appeared hundreds of huge black bats. Beneath these sturdy claws, fierce neon warriors gripping wooden sticks. Seeing this scene, informed spectators exclaimed in surprise. King the Monkey Troop had been destroyed by a monster. About to be dropped and killed. Angrily cursed the officials in the live broadcast room. Not sending troops to protect the internet celebrity monkeys. Allowing everyone's beloved monkey brother suffer such a catastrophe. However, in the next second, bats in the sky, suddenly and very tacitly, scratched the monkeys out of their claws. Then, fierce monkeys calmly landed on the backs of the bats, riding sci-fi fighter jets, hitting the bats and freely circling in the sky. They're spinning for 2.5 minutes. Then did I realize the majestic landing. Airborne assault monkey. Used to think Vine monkey falling from the sky was just a myth from novels. Till I saw Batman with my own eyes today. Fully armed flying army of Ho generals. Once again topping all headlines. Getting hundreds of millions of people worldwide to watch in frenzy. This matter, naturally, was the first to secretly reported back to the Special Operations Bureau of China. Regarding this, newly appointed director of the Special Operations Bureau, Zhao Taixui, pinched his brow, indicating a frown. Never expected. Take over this mysterious department. Most important task on the first day isn't leading troops into a fierce battle against mutated beasts. Rather, working with all the top hackers in the bureau. Crazily lock onto IP3 comments on the computer. After all, if Flying Monkey Army's affairs continue to ferment online, truth about the global spiritual energy revival, which the authorities had been secretly hiding, would be completely exposed. Thus, it would never stop. Preserve my rapidly falling hair. To reduce the enormous workload of my brothers in the bureau, raised himself and used the white ape Tarzan's communicator. Send me a message. Extremely humble text. Expressing hope that I, Master Ho, slightly restrain my supernatural powers. Not cause such a big commotion anymore. Yan I sneered. Directly replied to him. This is to promote the great peace between the monkey and human races. To help you humans become the family members often mention. On seeing this message, Tieshue was confused and typed a question. Kind of hellish joke is this? Based on my recent days, building a flat computer and deeply studying human network, exists a mysterious and enormous web called the Big Internet Celebrity. Rely on all kinds of unscrupulous hype. Control super high traffic. Regardless of which country you are from. Skin color people are. Can seamlessly and kindly call each other family members. For riding bats and flying in the sky. Is exactly based on you humans. Psychological principle of boiling a frog in military strategy. Internet users. Hey, my monkey brother can accept me. Flying in the sky on a bat. And they will be able to do so effortlessly tomorrow. Accepting my psychological. No need for bats. Wings yourself directly. After reading this, my logical reasoning is tight end. Extremely perverted psychological analysis. Tieshue. Feels like my little brain is almost atrophied from overworking. Not about learning from your esteemed self. When culture is so lively and practical. Imitate those borderline internet celebrities. Ordinary folks' brothers and sisters. Family members. These internet celebrities mostly just scam for gift money when they call family members. 55 seconds, separated by name order/count, everyone just curses a few words and it's over. What if one day this monster monkey king who can blow up tanks with a punch suddenly jumps into the screen and says hello to everyone? Hundreds of millions of netizens would be immediately scared out of their hearts. Powerless about this, Zhao Tiekue only screenshot this blood-boiling dialogue. Send it to the top leaders in the highest meeting. Leave a thoroughly hopeless message to the leaders. Monkey not only stands against the heavens, also wants to become a top internet celebrity to boost your fame. See how it goes. Really have no way out. Seeing such a surreal reality. High-ups who take it down. Leaders are also anxious like ants on a hot pan. Mainly because if I were just an ordinary human, hackers would be fine. Could just go straight through the internet cable. My account. Take me away for an interview with Renji. I am a legendary figure who can destroy a city with just one finger. Great Demon King is truly afraid. Hey, my live streaming account was just banned. Tomorrow, I'll storm into the command room with a bat. Smash all their computers and mainframes. The contradictions are truly intensified to that extent. Will be the beginning in history books hundreds of years later. Will be a disgrace. Herds of Monkey King Benyu and Peace becoming internet celebrities. The authorities' arrogance led to a ban. ultimately resulting in a full-scale conflict between humans and monkeys, historically known as a massacre caused by a live broadcast. Thus, through the high-level decision-making in China, think tanks 2.5 days of frantic efforts, storming, final painful decision. This monkey is determined to become an internet celebrity. And do it. Official platform invested heavily to support him. That very afternoon, just received Zhao Taishu. Urgent message sent. Content of this message simply makes me laugh and cry. Monkey King Great Sage. Everything you predicted earlier was completely correct. I ask if you're interested in releasing major theatrical films. National team. Willing to tailor a version just for you. Tier sure masterpiece. Disaster of the Raging Python versus the Mountain of Flowers and Fruit. Guarantee you'll become an instant hit. Awards effortlessly. Looking at the thousands of words of melodramatic drama attached at the end of the message. Feel that my IQ, which is as high as 250, been seriously insulted by humans. Mutated mad reckless god. Is definitely an army. Mutation can't be solved in some poor mountain and evil water places. Snake Trouble still wants to freeload off me, this peerless monkey. Be their free big shot. Then I thought again. A shocking battle broadcasted across the entire internet. Definitely let me gain unprecedented amount of attention. Through the final cultivation bottleneck in one go. Oh, reluctantly. Friendly cameo isn't impossible. If you want to use me for free, must add money and resources. After a few hours of shameless bargaining between me and the building's upper management. Final decision. Initially, the building staff use a special plane to send me commands daily. Key descendants. The top tier zero fruits and nutrient liquids. Sure, I eat one meal and throw away the rest every day without regret. Soon as this humiliating treaty was finalized, human military hastily dispatched armed transport planes. Pick me up and head to the disaster area. Transport planes quickly roared. Arrived over the turbulent Nujiang River. Seeing the situation, I kicked the white ape still gnawing on a banana nearby. Tarzan was kicked out of the cabin. This stupid bear go down first. Check for me. Level is the venomous snake on the opposite side? The white cloud Tarzan let out a scream. A heavy bomb crashing in. Originally calm river surface in the river. Instantly stirred up a 100-meter-high monstrous wave. Not hard to see. As an indescribable giant creature underwater. Fighting to the death. Less than a minute has passed. 50 seconds, Sep. Same order/count, white ape Tarzan retreated covered in blood. Easily climbing the rope ladder to the helicopter. In the river, a water jar thick. Mutated giant python covered in black scales. So unwilling to let go. Star feast about to reach the mouth. And its blood-filled maw-spitting venom. Urged out of the water to bite. I, standing coldly by the cabin door, already sensed through spiritual energy. Fully understood the strength system of this serpent. Sneered. Immediately descended from 10,000 meters above to the moon. Burst of golden light in my hand. Instantly condensed into a 100-meter-long clear sky bamboo. Then. Destructive, earth-shattering violent aura. Down in suppression. Surrounding turbulent river waters. Forcibly flattened by terrifying power in an instant. The previously ferocious, mutated giant python. Didn't even have time to let out a scream. Directly smashed into flying pieces by my strike. The noise seemed to be completely frozen in this second. The silent, deathly quiet between heaven and earth. That rod emitting divine light. Then. Military communication device on white ape Tarzan's neck. Suddenly broke this deathly silence. Frantic voice of Zhao Taijian came through. Ancestor Tarzan. What's going on? The radar monitoring instruments suddenly exploded. Green went black. Are you still alive? You encounter something more terrifying? During this, ape Tarzan swallowed his saliva. Using the miniature camera hanging on his chest. Capture the floating snake meat residues on the river surface. Send. Sending it to the command center in Beijing. The conference room across the city. Seeing this tragic scene, everyone collectively gasped. On the analysis of the think tank, they knew I was very powerful. I never imagined even in my dreams. I'm actually so powerful that, in strike, instantly defeat the mutated army that leaves them helpless. While the most critical problem has arisen. Obviously, I pretended to be convincing the Monkey King to be a thug. All this big trouble. Overwhelming publicity. This is a long, epic special effects movie lasting over 2 hours. The result, the Monkey King protagonist makes a shining debut. Quickly drops from the sky with a single move. Less than a second. To crush the main villain. This highly anticipated movie online. Make up for the remaining 119 minutes. And it's just a perfect example of false advertising. Terrible movie selling dog meat. This were the irritable Monkey King. Through the premiere, discovering his debut on the big screen. So bad that it was criticized all over the internet. Scolding was overwhelming. And if it's not the entire Chinese server. But smash it all. During the 17th era early. And so several sweaty high-rise executives, who, after negotiations with the police, immediately dispatched a special plane to bring Director Zhao Tieshu of the Special Operations Bureau, or called him to the secret underground basement. 5, Comrade Tieshu. 6, this time, I called you overnight. 7, roommate, this concerns the life and death of the entire nation. 8, no. 9, it concerns the entire Earth. And the ultimate responsibility for the continuation of human civilization. 11, to be entrusted to you. 12, the classical Zhao Tieshu instantly straightened his back. Of excitement welling up, I knew. I'm the director of the Special Warfare Bureau. At least a tough and brave man. Could I possibly always hide in the office? Those empty bottle mountain iron pussy fire. Expected, this saves the world. Heavy responsibility of turning the tide. Finally falls on my shoulders, Zhao Tiekue. Rest assured, all leaders have long prepared mentally for Brother Ma's fruit. And if it means being shattered into pieces, I will complete the mission at all costs. Zhao Tiekue feels that his long-suppressed passion finally ignited. However, the next second. Single sentence from the poem. Like a bucket of icy water mixed with ice shards. Freshly splashed onto his face. It is truly unnecessary for you to die. Might just require you to prepare a few more. Your mechanical keyboards. He spoke, the poem, with a face full of exhaustion. The previous super short video. He instantly killing a giant python. Front of Zhao Tieshui. Patted his shoulder to show. His top secret mission this time. To wait until this so-called movie is fully uploaded online. Absolutely not let Monkey King. Even half a bad review in the comments. Only that. Also hire the top-tier copywriters. Work together on releasing more in-depth analysis. Bettering articles and praise videos. Yan Zhao Tieshui felt that. Hard-earned little brain. Starting to uncontrollably shrink again. The chief is right. Bizarre task. Deed directly concerns world peace. He could only endure the urge to vomit blood. Quickly convene all elite special forces agents. Tell everyone exactly. With a grim face, issue 2 deadly orders. Everyone, quickly think. Gus Hao. He was editing. Package this 1-second long movie. That it appears filled with profound philosophical meaning. Artistic aura. After the second movie premieres tomorrow night. Special forces will immediately transform. To a national-level positive review control team. Line water armies. Polls. Launch a smoke-free keyboard defense war. Rotating in 3 shifts 24 hours a day. And accounts with bad reviews. Antai goes online to check the water meters. Hiding a one-stop service. For this, Zhao Tieshui stands on the podium. Speaking with gritted teeth. Fortunately, the agents sitting below our faces look worse and worse. If they had swallowed a dead fly and looked terrible. Though from a big picture perspective, director's words make a lot of sense. This is just too damn surreal and perverted. Like the countless fantasies of salvation they had. The world should be fought over with high-tech weapons. Against mutated giant beasts. City ruin, battling for 300 rounds. Staining the sky. Now it turns out. They're just sitting in air-conditioned rooms. Filming crappy movies with a mutated monkey. Naturally makes them think of. They are old in a few decades. White hair. Little grandson blinking with admiration. Looking them with reverent eyes. Grandpa, you were great heroes back then. Exactly did you save the earth? Grandson, let Grandpa tell you. Situation back then. Extremely dangerous for our entire special operations team. Sitting in front of the computer, drinking Red Bull madly. 3 days and nights without sleeping. 55 seconds, separated by. Aim order/count, the mouse S has already pointed to Mars. The residual shadows remain from typing on the keyboard. Full set of bands, silencing, water checking, and all-out combos seamlessly connected. So wrote 80,000 words for Monkey King. Vividly expressive #1 in the heavens. Long review after watching the big story. Thumb up, it's your grandpa. Rely on being the ultimate keyboard warrior Shantai. Saved all of humanity. Thinking about it makes me feel 8 times better. Ancestors' faces are all lost. This is completely different from the scene when they entered the Special Operations Bureau. Atmosphere on site was extremely tense. Everyone felt more and more ashamed. Came even more shocking bad news. Tietwee's read confidential item on the table. Suddenly, the phone vibrated wildly and rang. Came the voice of the online monitoring department director. Crying tone. Oh Ju, your Special Operations Bureau must act quickly. Online. Weibo trending search has already exploded. It's now. Internet celebrity Monkey King. Surprisingly bypassed the firewall. Started promoting and advertising for myself. Even sent you the pre-sale link to your confidential email. Should check it out quickly. Tieshu's hand trembles like he has Parkinson's. Open the tablet like that. Being on the top trending post, the pinned popular post. Saw the verified badge of the poster prominently. Clearly says Monkey King from Flowerfruit Mountain is returning. I clicked open. Side, it's all coarse language. Emphasizing their martial arts moves. Restrained bragging. Seeing this, Zhao Taishu took a deep breath. Feel to look worse than losing a parent. Still a hopelessly ugly effect. Damn movie, all in all. It's the opening and ending credits. Ends in just 1 second on stage. Still hear bragging loudly. About the punchy oriental violent aesthetics. Aiming for those clueless hardcore fans. Aiming for the fame of your Monkey King. Money to buy a ticket and going in to see. Wow. Previous 119 minutes of landscape documentary in the style of riding horses. Formed in vain. The score is opened. And we would be criticized by every netizen with a spit. King of this, Zhao Tieshua quickly pounded the table. Being his dull and obedient subordinates. Come up with a solution quickly. Zhao Ju, have a risky idea. Might require significantly increasing our bureau's this year's stability maintenance budget. Originally dull eyes of Wenyan Zhao Tieshua. Suddenly lit up with 2 golden lights. Get about the money. And selling underwear is fine. Please tell me the method. According to Zhao Ju, you can learn from the kind of loss-making tactics like rogue methods of gaining traffic. A few years ago, Jin Jinju cracked down on e-commerce fake orders. Can extract the essence from it. netizens who are greedy for small profits. They are willing to earn a few yuan from cashback. Those shady shops selling fake and inferior products. And crazy long reviews praising extensively. Our Monkey King polyester. As long as the official gift giving is generous enough. Ending money crazily can not only shut them up, them reluctant to leave bad reviews, also make them completely abandon their integrity, against their conscience to give us, frantically writing essays to boost. On hearing this, Zhao Tietue slapped his thigh. So excited he almost jumped up. Genius. This is simply a marketing genius. And just spending the national treasury's money. Long as it can make the Monkey King ancestor happy. Not descend the hill to cause destruction. Is not even considered shit in front of the stability maintenance funds. It's like that. Or the cost unaccounted secret operations of the Special Warfare Bureau. Disaster of reckless destruction at Flowerfruit Mountain. An unprecedented posture. Successfully launched online simultaneously. Official directly released the Sure Level Wool. First holographic movie ticket. A symbolic 1 yuan. Second one is directly priced at 999 yuan, take it or leave it. The craziest part is, long as you have a good review screenshot of over 1,000 words, then enter the official website lottery. Prize pool of a full 100,000 free entries. Visit the internet famous Monkey King's old nest with a double flight. Luxury package. Including food and accommodation. Seeing this unprecedented outrageous event. Citizens all over the internet are fired up. Completely boiling over. Think. It's the official dares to. First ticket only costs 1 dime, such a bargain price. Second ticket is directly sold for 10,000 times the price for 999. Must be official. Absolutely confident in the quality of the film. Or everyone will watch it once. Definitely want to watch it a second time. Oh, citizens, excited about getting a big bargain. Into a large virtual cinema. This movie, edited overnight by the Special Operations Bureau. Beginning features a lot of drone footage. Stunning aerial shots of the great rivers and mountains. People are commenting in the barrage, praising the money well spent. Real scene shooting feels incredibly authentic. No signs of special effects. Impressive feeling of the mutated giant python. Though only its tail was shown. The sword demon's skills are already at an international top level. Those wild animals panicking along the way. Extras are really acting very convincingly. Doesn't look like they are performing in front of a green screen at all. Tietue, staring at the back-end data at this address. To cold sweat. Ting crazily in his mind. Or movie. Start to finish. Shot by war correspondents risking their lives to capture real scenes. There are absolutely no scripts or acting traces. This horse is a genuine natural disaster. Could not be real? It's like that, 3 minutes into the movie. Audience members marvel at the picturesque scenery in the comments. 20 minutes into the film. Audience members are full of question marks. Starting to wonder what's going on. Why did it take so long to act? Just this big black snake causing destruction all over the river. Didn't even see a single hair of Monkey King's fur. The director is doing some deep plot setup. See, the armed helicopter squad has already appeared. It's only after the human army is wiped out by the Python group. It'd be Monkey King's turn to make a grand entrance? Turn the tide of the battle. Littering the ultra-low ticket price of just 1 cent. Those 100,000 luxurious prizes. Bottom line of tolerance for online viewers. Been fiercely elevated by the power of money. All the way up to the stratosphere. However, as the progress bar slowly reaches the 40-minute mark, the barrage comments. Large number of impatient complaints and signals of dissatisfaction begin to appear. 80th minute. Even started to doubt whether their own router was broken, causing the picture to be stuck on the scenery. The 119th minute, the entire online audience completely couldn't hold it anymore. Screaming wildly on the public chat. Only suspect that I entered the wrong pirated site. The website. Then at this critical moment. Next second, the screen suddenly flashes. Giant star covered in white fur descends from the sky. Mutated giant python in Jiang. Aged in an extremely fierce battle. Entire audience suddenly reached a climax. Adrenaline surged wildly. My gosh. Surprisingly, there is also the legendary Jinguo Bai Yuan. Its appearance as a mysterious guest. Look. Shimmering gold must be Ni. Key brother finally dares to appear. Ow. Stick-wielding figure falling from 10,000 meters high. Please so handsome that no friends can compare. And, before the audience's exclamations fade, screen once again emits a dazzling white light. Originally raging Nujiang giant wave in the scene. That arrogant mutated giant python. Quickly turned into a storm of flying blood and wind. Everything suddenly stopped. The screen. Slowly appeared 4 vigorous and powerful characters. Thank you for watching. Seeing this crazy ending memory. Minds of the audience. Like the white screen that just flashed. Completely turned into a blank slate. And at the end. Set of horses is over. Promised battle of the raging python versus Mount Huagua. Earth-shattering duel between 2 heroes. It's are already off. Only a 1-second invincible kill. King of many hot-tempered keyboard warriors. Minded me of myself before entering the arena. I swore an oath. And if this crappy movie is a pile of junk. Indescribable piece of poop. At 100,000 double-flying grand prize including food and accommodation. Also have to hold their noses and praise it. Now the most agonizing moment has arrived. For the sake of the last bit of conscience in the comments section, speak the truth and angrily criticize the director's whole family. For that damned money. Completely ignore my conscience and become a seasoned film critic. Getting a perfect score review. Like this, in the bizarre atmosphere where hundreds of millions of netizens dare be angry but not speak out. Popularity of this movie doesn't drop but rises. Popularity value on my system panel skyrocketing like a flood. After all, in the internet era, infamous is also a kind of top-tier fame. I'm standing atop the mountain peak, excitedly taking out my tablet, opening the comments sections on major platforms. And in the next second, comments sections are uniformly neat and tidy. Completely dumbfounds this peerless demon king. Only see this shocking movie go live in just over an hour. Underneath major platforms like Dubon, already tens of millions of long, professional reviews. Moreover, positive review rate astonishingly reached 100%, defying statistical norms. Seeing this terrifying side, and I, the sole lead monkey, am stunned. In my chin, I fall into deep thought, thinking maybe I didn't make this thing really bad or not. The lead actor without even a single line. Can I not have some awareness in my heart? Be that due to the revival of spiritual energy? Aesthetic standards of this generation's human audience have changed. Just love this minimalist, 1 second. Level, invincible, cool movie. Just when I am at a loss for words. Military-grade tablet suddenly vibrates and rings. 5 seconds, sep. In order/count, I look down. Turns out to be a secret report of good news sent by Zhao Tiekue, a familiar face from the Special Operations Bureau. King Great Sage's mighty presence. Screen debut. Received unanimous enthusiastic praise from all internet users. This year's Global Golden Globe Awards. Picture belongs to you. For that little golden man award. Not specifically made for you. Your gold little golden monkey trophy is already being rushed to complete. Absolutely assured. Seeing this sycophantic message, suddenly realized everything. Since this crappy movie made into such a pile of shit, authorities can even spend money and use privileges, possibly whitewash the city's classic legacy. Can I just directly form a team, hire Huagua Mountain Film and Television Media Company, this money-grabbing business bigger and stronger? As I was still stroking my chin, in the future empire, feathered figure with disheveled feathers, tumbling and plunging down from the clouds. Sharp reporting language. The primitive forests on the southwestern border covered a large-scale gathering of extraordinary wild wolves. That pack of hungry wolves, frantically slaughtering rare local animals. Classical language, murderous intent erupts from my eyes. Immediately summon the army. At full speed to the death forest mentioned by the Golden Eagle. They look into my eyes. Wild wolves, as large as bulls. Actually all already. During the mid to late stages of awakening. Or even as many as 10 of them. Awakening with a body size comparable to an armored vehicle. Level Wolf King exists. Seeing this, I no longer hide anything. Of this blood-soaked forest. Figure burning with golden flames. Giant phantom warlord resembling a divine demon. Suddenly appearing in the world. Destructive sense of oppression from the legendary realm. Instantly causing the wolf pack below fall into extreme panic and despair. At this moment, an overwhelmingly arrogant awakening and the Wolf King. Fully resisting, the vulture stood out. Wolf Clan will never be slaves. 10 great Wolf Kings fight the heavens and the earth, splashing monkeys. Hey, we will fight to the death for the entire clan. Even if it means tearing off muddy flesh to eat. Giant wolf howls to the sky, letting out a deafening roar. Originally gray-white fur, suddenly stood upright, turning into a strange blood-red color, really resembling those human fantasy stories. Common desperate tactics in novels. Hesitatingly burned my own selected items. Exchange for this brief yet terrifying violent power. To fight to the death with me, the Monkey King. Watching this group with bloodshot eyes. 2 dogs planning to perish together with me. Couldn't help but roll my eyes inwardly. Damn it. Came here to make movies and earn box office revenue. You all blow yourselves up. Can I find so many free groups that don't require pay? I quickly came up with a plan. Quickly from my portable bark backpack. 50 seconds, sep. In order/count, took out a huge foldable reflective sign. Gave a clear signal to the Golden Eagle King behind me. Tapped fingers with a crisp sound. Golden Eagle King immediately understood and used 2 claws. Grabbed the latest high-definition military camera. High above with an extremely professional dive. Long shot gliding down. Steadily hovering in midair and opening a full 360-degree angle high-definition recording. I was unhurried. Taking out a human-use wooden comb from my pocket. Styling my tuft of hair. Was shining with golden light. 10. King at the 10 already poised awakening. Furious Wolf King shouted loudly. Apartments, pay attention to the lights. Camera, ready. Huagua Mountain Films annual New Year blockbuster. Wolf King Battle. First episode, first season, HSH. I finished this. Filled with modern crew terminology commands. Reality. Wolf King, who was already prepared to die, thrown into chaos in the wind, desperately clung to the ground with their front paws, stubbornly stopping their charge. With bloodshot, crimson dog eyes. Looking at my unprecedented crazy operation. Completely confused. Largest one-eyed Wolf King. Even more unable to understand. Getting to maintain the spell that burned with blood essence. Blood-red violent aura. Instantly deflated like a punctured balloon. Stammered. Hitting a confused low growl. Key, what are you up to? Did a fight to the death. Does the glowing iron facing us mean? Sneered. Suddenly appeared in front of him with a Shuani. Fast he didn't even see a residual shadow. Swung his palm and hit him hard, hitting him a big bump on the head. A loud bang. Awakening and Wolf King, weighing over 5 tons. 50 seconds, Sep. In order/count, I was directly knocked away by me and flew hundreds of meters away. Pushed into a huge deep pit on the ground. Hate myself for being so useless and scolding into the pit. One-eyed Wolf King, with stars in his eyes, cursed. Who do you think you are? Just a little bit of your mediocre skills. Can wipe out your entire clan with just a pinky finger. I'm giving you a chance to reform now. Chance to become wolves again. Be the ultimate villain in a movie. Food and accommodation provided. Meals of premium snowflake beef every day. 5 insurances and 1 gold fund, do you agree? Words of this benevolent teacher overflowed. Remaining 9 Wolf Kings looked at each other in silence. And, very unashamedly, suddenly knelt on the ground with a thud. Tails wagging faster than helicopter blades. Is talking about such divine treatment. Key brother, don't say you want to be a villain. Might as well make us mounts. We're willing to pull your cart every day. One-eyed Wolf King I knocked away. Though scrambled out of the pit on all fours. Face full of shame. Using his large wolf head to rub against my thigh. Majesty, look at my amazing leap just now. 360-degree free fall, isn't it cool? I go back and fall again? Guarantee the pose will be even more tragic. Watching this group instantly transform into licking jungle overlords. Nodded with satisfaction. Took out a thick script from my backpack. Threw it in front of them. This is a script I wrote overnight. Memorize your lines well. One who dares to laugh or have a blank face in front of the camera will deduct half a month's beef soundtrack from him. Oh, for the next 3 days. It's originally bloodthirsty. Primitive forest. Completely turned into a noisy large Hollywood filming set. Personally took the stage. The director-in-chief and leading actor. So as the stunt coordinator and explosion expert. These 10 fierce Wolf Kings. Became the most pitiful stunt doubles. 50 seconds, Sep. In order/count, they under my coercion and temptation. Played astonishing acting talent. Various scenes of being beaten flying. And by fire. Found in water with tragic scenes played vividly. And the tears of remorse. Flowing from the corner of the eye. So crystal clear. Full of layers. In the main camp. Everyone is frantic. Preparing to face the nationwide netizens' anger. How? Suddenly received over 100 high-definition video clips. Dramas I transmitted back through military networks. Trembled as he clicked on the folder named. Edited by Huagua Mountain Film and Television. For watching less than 5 minutes of the footage. Tough and upright Special Operations Bureau Director. So excited that he hammered the desk. Smashing a big hole in the solid wood desk. Masterpiece. Set of horses. Simply a once-in-a-century divine work that surpasses 100 years of human film history. Putting out the micro-expressions of those extras and wild wolves. More vivid than popular young idols by 10,000 times. Intense punch to the body impact. Seamless top-tier special effects. Please notify the State Administration of Radio and Television and all cinemas nationwide. Withdraw all those trash romantic films. Midnight tomorrow. Change 100% screening rate for the Monkey King film. Zhao Tieshuai's command. Entire Chinese national machinery. Once again starts working crazily for me, the Great Demon King. Less than 24 hours. Blockbuster titled Monkey King descends. Showdown at Wolf City. Released simultaneously nationwide and even globally. Time, netizens originally entered the cinema with the mindset of continuing to watch. Film rants for a second. When they saw on the screen that 120-minute, taking, non-stop epic battle. Everyone was so shocked that they dropped their popcorn. The ground without noticing. Especially the last part. Transformed into a 1,000-foot-tall mighty king intentionally. 50 seconds, Sep. In order/count, it further ignited the values. Passion of all mankind. Entire internet was completely paralyzed overnight. Countless people crazily spread rumors and tipped me off under my account. Black fans who were originally angry because of the last bad movie turned against me at this moment. My most loyal brainless fans frantically spammed the comment section with apologies. Sorry, great sage, we misunderstood you. Or even many internationally renowned directors. Reading messages on the official website of the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs. While I am lying in the water curtain cave of Mount Huagua, eating chilled watermelon, listening to in my mind systems alarm like easy alert sounds. Saliva almost dripping from the corner of my mouth. Congratulations, post-Lin fan. Global box office of the movie has surpassed $10 billion. Popularity has exploded exponentially, weirdly opening the ultimate legend for the host. King through the great perfection realm. The system's cold. Melodious mechanical voice falls. Body begins to emit a golden divine light. 1,000 times brighter than the sun. Spiritual energy of Mount Amei. Rushing into me like 100 rivers converging into the sea. Bones are restructuring. Veins are widening. Soul is undergoing a qualitative leap. I open my eyes again. Have completely entered mythic realm on this planet. Can freely change size at will. Even spit out sleep-inducing words. Moreover, I have awakened a passionate skill called Fate of the Sky. Long as I wish. Instantly transform into a giant of 10,000 meters. Fully achieving the act of plucking stars. Crashing mountains and rivers. I am immersed. The immense joy of being invincible. preparing to host a live broadcast across the entire network to celebrate. Holding a military tablet reinforced 8 times with Naimu. Suddenly popped up. Highest level of red ear-piercing alarm. Immediately on the screen. Correctly. Pushed out Zhao Tieshuai's pale as paper. Bloodless face. Monkey grandpa, save me. Huge snake appears. Humanity is really doomed this time. Listening to this special operations director. Spread plea for help with a crying tone. Frowned. And spit out watermelon seeds casually. Annoyed, scolding the screen, what's the big deal? Stirred and disorganized, losing composure. That the aircraft carrier of the old British nearby? Team is coming to the sea again. Wandering around. Their minister Yen Benwang. Right. To shoot a sci-fi film about Monkey King fighting steel monsters. Ended up including them, people and ships. Incorporated as props. Zhao Tieshue frantically shaking his head. It's almost streaming down his face. Great sage. It's a human's own war. Can still handle it. Time it came out from the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. Pulled out of the deep sea trench. True apocalyptic level monster. It's caused by long-term pollution of river wastewater. It's the revival of spiritual energy. Has spawned ancient deep sea monsters. Has 8 arms. Fists are thicker than skyscrapers. Has now landed on the coast of Modu. Military's all conventional missiles. Him. Even leaving a white mark. Password box of the United 5 arsenal has already been opened. If detonated in the city. Entire magic capital with millions of people will be gone. All of humanity's hope. Placed on you, this top global superstar. Please, come out of retirement and save the world. For hearing Zhao Tieshuai's report on his vital signs. Immediately realized the seriousness of the situation. Is not in a script. Local ones I can handle at will. Little demon, this is a beast with a will of destruction. Endless cheat giant beast. This is also my perfect opportunity to solidify global faith. Excellent chance to be remembered in history. I immediately put on a pair of compassionate and righteous hero's mouth. Shouting loudly with righteous indignation at the screen. Outrageous. Dare you destroy the homeland of my fans. Simply. Regard this king as just the director of Flower and Fruit Mountain Pictures. Chairman is in my sight. The brothers in Magic City to hold on. Will now take all my belongings. Eat this seafood. Let's keep things separate. Time there's no script on the entire internet. Real unlimited fighting nation. Appearance fee. Exclusive broadcasting rights. High-level humans need to send me to Srigama. Want the next 100 years. Top banana special supply rights nationwide. Afterward, it must be in the most prosperous square of Magic City. Be another pure gold statue. Chieshio's eye corner twitched at the head hall. Still clenched his teeth and agreed reluctantly. Mention the golden statue. Just want the Oriental Pearl Tower to be the golden cudgel. We'll dismantle it and pack it up to send to you. Long as you can kill that big octopus. Missions can be freely adjusted. For hanging up the communication, I immediately fly out of the water curtain cave. Out a thunderous roar that pierces the clouds. In 10 seconds. Air Force Squad led by the Golden Eagle King. Heavy Infantry Squad led by Yuan Taishan. Are also new members of the Wolf King Special Assault Team. Assembled in the valley. Look at this group that I trained. Army of strange beasts more disciplined than the regular army. Originally waving the golden staff in their hands. Small ones, it's time for the seafood buffet. Do your best spirit to this king. Hundreds of eyes across the internet are watching us. This battle, we must showcase the majesty of Flower Fruit Mountain. Demonstrate the worth of our unparalleled superstar team. Troops, attack. Target, the coast of Magic Capital. 50 seconds, SEP. Aim order/count, following my command. Army of bizarre beasts covering the sky and blocking the sun. Majestically towards the eastern coast of the East China Sea. On the defense line in Magic City. Human army is retreating step by step. Enormous deep-sea giant creature like the moon on a mountain. Recklessly waving its tentacles. Your strike can turn rows of solid reinforced concrete buildings into ruins. Brick clouds of gloom. For the hearts of every human. Helpless people kneel on the streets. Closing their eyes and praying for a miracle. Just as the defense line. About to completely collapse. Suddenly, a very arrogant, rhythmically loud high-pitched horn sound comes from the sky. Lonely is invincibility. Empty is invincibility. Accompanied by this BGM-like flamboyant entrance song. Dazzling golden stream of light like a lightning bolt. Through the darkness of night. Descends from the sky. Stand on one leg. The thickest tentacle of the deep-sea giant creature. Suddenly thrust my staff downward. A loud bang. Tentacle, which can't even be destroyed by missiles. Forcibly smashed into a huge, drenched pane, the giant octopus. With 7 screens that shatter glass. Then. Out a military-grade anti-interference loudspeaker from my pocket. Shout at the stunned human soldiers below. The citizens frantically filming with their phones. Full of Magic City. Oh everyone. I late, your majesty? Supersized iron plate. As everyone is wondering what flavor to eat. Naturally mildly spicy or explosively spicy? Soon as this word is spoken. Originally desperate battlefield. Instantly erupts into a tsunami of cheers. Netizens. Watching the live stream. Incredibly handsome invincible back. Easily scrolling through various gifs and comments in the barrage. Sage, mighty. 55 seconds, separated by. Aim order/count, I want to add more spicy flavor and more scallions. Key brother bravely flies to Flower Fruit Mountain girl always accompanies. Watching this group of blindly worshipping fans, happily flicked my hair. Turned to look at the one who has been thoroughly angered, waving tentacles and smashing towards me. You, I put away my playful and indifferent smile. Eyes instantly turned cold and piercing. System exchanges for 9-9 Sister True Fire full power mode. AI, the king, will make this mutated seafood. What is called the mysterious power of the East. Suddenly, my golden fur, ignited with fierce flames, quickly activated the newly awakened divine powers of heaven and earth. Body, in the eyes of countless shocked onlookers, rose. Arms grew to 100 meters, 500 meters, 1 kilometer. Till it became a flaming war god roughly equal in size to that deep-sea giant. Extended 2 huge hands burning with fierce fire. Rubbing. Octopus spirit's proud 2 main tentacles. Ends. And, as if flipping a large spoon at a night market beach, his enormous body threw it directly into the air. Fierce. Freshly smashed onto the nearby empty reclaimed land. Frantic series of horizontal slams. Continuous strikes up and down. Quickly defeated this arrogant ancient giant beast, smashing everything into a mess. End is wildly approaching. Army of exotic beasts I brought is also not resting. Of carving leads the flying squadron, continuously releasing wind blades in the air, taking down those little beasts attempting to sneak attack. 15 segments, separated by order/count, white ape. Tai and the wolf kings are cooperating with the human army. Shrimp soldiers and crab generals crawling out of the sea at an angle. Entire scene, like a real version of a passionate anime, filling the world's netizens with excitement. Yelling loudly. Finally. My smooth and flowing dog-beating stick technique. Mr. 9's super fiery barbecue master. One brings a catastrophic disaster to humans. Deep-sea giant chapter that has completely lost its vitality. 55 seconds, separated by order/count, has become a conversation emitting an enticing barbecue aroma. War has been won. Magic City has been preserved. Humanity has been saved. Popularity at this moment directly broken through the system's limit, an infinitely large Buddha self, becoming the most powerful guardian and spiritual leader on this planet. Human official government, to fulfill the promise, only built a 100-meter-tall pure gold statue of me, also unanimously approved at the United Nations General Assembly. Establish me as highest honorary marshal of the Earth Federation. Huagua Mountain film industry. So left. Come the world's #1 super business empire. Today, countless Hollywood stars lining up to appear in my movies, to play a minor role in my films. However, just as I achieved fame and fortune, drawing the admiration of thousands of generations, ever the night falls and everyone is silent, looking at the bright moon outside the water curtain cave. Mind. This flashes back to scenes from my past life. Rusty. Stinky with feces and sewage zoo. Own beast bullied by the current Monkey King, like dry wood. Still protecting me beneath her body, my mother. My mother's leg bitten off alive. Tragically under the fake mountain, a pool of blood. Wrenching blood. Is the deepest pain and obsession in my soul in this life. Can never be erased. Know that I now already possess the power to easily destroy that zoo. Even flatten that city. I can't do that. When values and rules have fully integrated into them. I slaughtered for personal grudges. Just bloodshed. All the glorious images and beliefs had built before. Collapse instantly. Would go from a hero of all humanity. Out of control bloodthirsty tyrant. I, Lin Fan, absolutely am not a saint who lets others bully me. Must go back for the White Lotus. Must make that brutal old Monkey King pay the price. And if it costs 10,000 times more pain. On a sunny and breezy morning. Didn't notify any human authorities. Did I bring my massive beast army? Instead, I transformed alone into a golden meteor, silently descending upon the city that carried my childhood nightmares, seeing the memories deep in my soul. 15 segments, separated by order/count, I am about to arrive at that dilapidated suburban zoo. Wave of spiritual energy revival. Seems to be pulling this place into it as well. Stand on the tall barbed wire and open outward. Vine stone sweeps inward. Surprised to find that it has completely changed its appearance. Animals originally kept in cages. To the nourishment of spiritual energy. All undergone varying degrees of mutation. Broke free from their cages but did not run into the mountains. As the entire zoo. Already been filled with a more violent aura. Pressed to death. The ruins of the Monkey Mountain at the very center of the zoo. Monkey. Large, somewhat deformed black-haired old monkey. Comfortably lying on a throne. Made from the pelts of other animals. Black cat old monkey. Very same arrogant desert enemy from back then. Surprisingly also swallowed some kind of mutated fruit. Taken to the spirit lord in realm. This moment. Is cruelly holding a spiked leather whip. Constantly whipping those below him whom he enslaved. Other little monkeys and mutant beasts are somewhat different. A brutal and inhumane form of breeding. Then, few humans trembling in the corners. Caretakers were also chained by him, just as water carriers and foot washers. Looking at this hellish scene. Rage in my eyes instantly burned red across the sky. Good. Old beast. There is a road to heaven but you refuse to take it. There's no door to hell, yet you insist on barging in. Thought you were just an ordinary beast. Hey, I can just kill you outright. Unexpectedly. Have fallen into the trap of enslaving living beings. Wonder this king is acting on behalf of heaven. Reveal my aura without any concealment. The single kick. Shattered the rusty iron gate of the zoo, accompanied by a deafening tearing sound of steel. Stand with my hands behind my back. With a deity judging mortals. Stepping into the Monkey Mountain step by step. Huge movement. Immediately alarmed the black cat old monkey on the throne. Suddenly stood up, showing his mouth full of sharp fangs. Out a fierce roar at me. Did this wild monkey come from to invade my territory? He want to die. Ones, attack now. Tear apart this ignorant fool. Young man, following his order. Found. Dozens of mutated evil monkeys brainwashed and controlled by him. Lunged at me like wolves and tigers. Looking at these pathetic puppets. Didn't even move a finger. Slightly released a trace. Significant legend. A slight pressure. Boom boom, a dull loud bang came. Dozens of recently flying and biting mutated monkeys. Like hitting an invisible steel wall. Bounced back and were pressed firmly to the ground. Not even a finger could move. Arrogant black cat old monkey. Watching this bizarre scene. Finally, a flash of fear flashed in those violent eyes. Finally realized. It provoked an existence he couldn't afford to offend. Swung his whip with restrained strength. Shouting loudly, "Who are you? I'm the strongest mutated king in this area. Dare to attack me? Leave it or not, I will take the prisoners here to die together." Hearing this, I couldn't help but laugh heartily. Laughter was full of endless mockery and sadness. My, old thing. Open your dog eyes and see clearly. I'm the weak little monkey you trampled underfoot back then. One you drove to death. Am that mother. Dole you bit to death under the fake mountain. Hey, I have crawled back from hell. To claim your life. I spit out this long-hidden name. Old black cat monkey is struck like by lightning. Whole body trembles uncontrollably. Is completely broken. The thud. Kneels before the throne made of white bones. Not in tears streaming as he bangs his head and begs for mercy. Then I was blind. Heart was clouded. Please, for the sake that we are of the same kind. Me like a fart and let me go. Burn incense and kowtow to your mother every day from now on. Willing to be your most humble slave. Seeing his pathetic, groveling, tail-wagging look. Only feel disgusted. Feeling you would be too easy for you. Said I would make you wish you were dead. Make you pay for your past sins. Paying the eternal price of life. A casual wave. Leashing a strike imbued with supreme laws. Golden rune. Quickly carved into the black cat old monkey's brow shape. This rune instantly sealed all the mutated spiritual energy within him. Completely reverted him to his original form. Even deprived him of his status as a monkey. Most basic wisdom. Grow coldly watching on the ground. Old Monkey King rolling in pain. Turning around and facing those who have already been rescued. Stunned human keepers said. Starting today. Zoo was taken over by Huagua Mountain Film and Television. The old beast is left to you to handle. No special treatment for him. Him in the smallest iron cage. They feed him the coldest leftovers every day. Make him do the dirtiest and most exhausting work. Want him to be watched by thousands of tourists every day. Observed and pointed at. Forever living in humiliation and torment. This is the sin he has committed. Must repay it himself. Bring my judgment. Those keepers who were tortured beyond recognition. The animals. Knelt on the ground. Weeping with excitement and grief. Kowtowed to me frantically. Thanking me for my great kindness. That once arrogant old black-haired monkey. Violently chained around its neck. Dragged into that filthy and stinky little railway. For settling this past life's grievance. Felt the last heavy stone pressing on my heart. Finally fall. Soul. Became unprecedentedly clear and intimate. Walked to the fake mountain where my mother tragically died years ago. Just supreme magic. Carved the whole fake mountain into beautiful and kind statue of the Mother Queen. Bowed deeply 3 times in front of the statue. Silently said, "Mom," in my heart. Son has awakened. Son has avenged you. Then rest in peace. Having done all this, no longer pay attention to the noise of the outside world. Quickly transforming into a golden light that pierces through the clouds. Turning to my bustling flower fruit mountain in the north. Now, not only the strongest guardian deity on the entire planet, also control the global entertainment. Super tycoons who hold the lifeblood. Monkeys and grandchildren are under my protection. Living a daily life of drinking milk tea. Happy life of playing games. Golden Eagle King and the Wolf Kings as well. Became a celebrity. Super internet celebrity with tens of millions of followers. With live streaming every day. Humans and mutated animals under my iron fist intervention.